Hi-ho! Guess who? It's just me. Well, I've been working a little bit. I got rid of most of that bag of chinking because I got tired of getting smoked out in here. So, no smoke. No smoke. And I've actually got my next grate up here. Yay. All right there. But all the chinking basically is done from there up and over. I haven't done this yet because I have been busy. I've also been sick. My girlfriend got me sick. She's got the flu and I think I got it too, but I'm up here working anyways. But anyways, I had to put the ladder. Now we're getting up there somewhere. So, what we got going on up here, let's get up here. See what's going on. I'm actually going to cut just the way it is. And don't touch that, Scott. It's a little warm. Just the way it is. I want to just leave it kind of like that. Have a little bit of something in there. But that's as big as the hole is coming up. And if you notice, it's kind of off shifted here. The reason being is I put this rock here and it closed off half the hole. Because I didn't quite want it right in here. Because I got to put another board up here. One of these. I got to put one right here. That way it'll hold the top board going up to here. So the board will come up and go up underneath this board, which is going to be long. Right? So it'll be long. The other one will come, this one will come into here. So, and then what I'll do is I'll screw the boards down and I'll do some chinking here. But before I get to that, I did a little something else today. Woohoo. We can take a walk. I did a couple little something else's. So I got another foot and a half done on the chimney. So let's go take a walk. We're walking down here. So rode the four-wheeler up this morning. Middle of the night, scared some deer up. And they're all down here on the corn and stuff again. But I had a big log sitting right up here. Right up there. I've still got some more logs and stuff that I need to bring down and clean this all up and everything. But this was a big log. It was all warpy-doobied. So I decided to cut it up. We're going to cut it up for firewood. Now if you look, this was all, I had spread this out nice and flat. Well, something done been into it. They've been eating the hell out of it, so I'll straighten it all out again, like that. Kind of cover that up a little bit, so it's nice and flat. And I'll get to see more deer up here. I'll get to see if they're here. This is where I put that other deer cane down, and if you look, deer print, big deer print right there. Deer print. They're all over in here licking that up. The other one's even worse. They've been pawing at it, excuse me. So anyways, I had cut some logs that I was going to use for the walls. And I decided them damn thing's too big. So, this is what I've been doing. I yanked down off every big log I could find. I cut an end off right there. And I cut this and this one in half because I don't need it. This is all dead wood that I'm going to cut up, including that stump up there for firewood. Now, this one here, I'm going to, I don't know, because it's about 8 foot long, but it's warped in the middle. I can't get a board out of it. This right here, it's warped up there, but I can get an 8 footer out of it and at least cut a couple boards out of it. Everything up there is wobby jobby. I'll cut that all up. But off this one, I got an 8 footer, got another 8 footer. This is what I couldn't use on the very butt end of the log, so I rolled it down and another one down. Okay, this one here happened. I had to fall this one because of it was about half over and getting in my way and stuff, and I didn't want it to break me up. This one right here had fallen within the last year, but it has a lot of greenery on it. See, it looked like it was probably dead, but it's got green leaves on it. So I cut it off the stump that's laying on up there, and I should be able to get at least 1 to 2 8 footers out of here. All these 8 footers going to be roofing material. And so, had that one that was, I showed you the other day, that was split on the end. I cut it off, it kind of rolled down the hill. Cut this end off, so I got a nice 8 footer. Another 8 footer out of the one that was below it. I cut that piece off of it. It's kind of wobby jobby, but I can make it flat. What I'll do is, I'll roll it to where it's flat on one side, and I should be able to get 3 or 4 boards out of it. At least 4. Okay. This is the end. I cut off this one. This is that split end I showed you. It's all split, so that's going to be firewood. Pulled another log down. 8 footer. 8 footer. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 9 footers. I still have to get the end of this log that's up there, bring it down for firewood. These are 3 of my logs that I'm going to use for the roof. I've drug another one up there. I still need 1 more. We use this to cut my boards on. And there's another one. I'll just use one of them things that I'm going to cut up. Or I'll just use that one and I'll carry that one up, split it, bust it up. That right there is the top part of that tree. When I fell it went all the way down and it goes all the way over to the other side. It was a big tree. It fell down farther than what I wanted. But I got a top to a tree over there. All the mid branches. Part of what I'm not going to use because it came off the tree. I might use it for something. I'll just lay it out. And I got a couple other ones that I've laid out here. But these ones right here, I don't care how wobby jobby they are. They just got to do a couple of little things. So, this one in particular, this one right here, is going to go kind of up to the top if I can lay it flat enough down. It's just going to hold a board up there. This long, straight one right here, this is going to go on the very end. Actually, I'm going to put that where I did something else this morning. I put my scarf boards in on my sides. This one right here, and probably, yeah, part of that one right there. I'm going to carry those back and make those scarfy boards for, because these right here, these are 18 feet long. I want to make them longer than what I need. And then I have to cut down probably, I'm kind of looking at that one right there. Or maybe something else. It doesn't have to be straight. I'd like to have that one right there. I didn't even see that one. Because I could just whack off that big limb that's right there. Whack. cut that up, and I have a straight 18 footer, because I need actually 2 more. And there's another one that's got a hoop on the bottom and goes straight up. Now right there would be a good candidate for an 18 footer. Give me some straight ones. And then the little whoopie doodad right here, I can chop that up and use it for scarf boards. I can do that. So I'll take that little hoopy one right there. That one right there behind this tree. There's another one right there. Nice and straight. So I'm trying to get the straight ones now, but it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I'm getting all this stuff done, cleaned up, and moved around. So I've been doing the saw, doing the rock. I had a bunch of shorter logs that I had grabbed down for some of my my logs that go across for the roof, and they were just extra end pieces and whatnot. So I used those for my scarf boards. I can take the top end of that tree somewhere right around in there and go back 18 feet, cut it. That's a pretty straight piece there. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff to move, a lot of logs to move down and put it down where I'm going to cut them up and break them up, bust them up. And then I have that there was a half live log. I'm going to pull that up, take it up, make firewood out of it. A lot of this slash and stuff, I'm just going to pull up here to the side, kind of hide this road bed a little bit. But that's after I get the cabin done. Now, what I'm doing here, what I'm doing down here really, is looking around. That's a flat one. That's a flat one. That's a flat one. Need more rocks for the chimney. So I'm just gathering up rocks. Now, if you've been following my videos, I want you to think way back when I started this bad boy. I think I took some pictures from this end. But where that cabin's at, that was nothing but brambles. That was a whole, just the whole roadbed was covered in brambles. Pretty neat, huh? So anyways, I have got all kinds of stuff to cut and move and bust up. And I'm trying to get this bank dug out while I'm doing the chimney. Now see, the chimney is big and then it kind of goes off one side. Doesn't bother me. Whatever. I've got to go up about another 3 foot. And I've got her whooped. So, yeah. I'm breathing hard because I'm sick. And I shouldn't really be here doing this. There's that other 18 footer I grabbed. And then I've got, this is all stuff to be cut up. That's all stuff to be busted up. And this is where I'm getting all the mud from, is right here. Because I got to kind of dig this bank out right in here. I've got some 8-10 foot logs that I'm going to put in here. So after I get done with the mud, I still got to dig it out. And what I'm going to do is, when I dig it out, put all the dirt in the bucket and carry it around after I chink the backside over there, right on the bottom. Then, with some of these bigger rocks, I'm going to lay them down in here sideways and stuff. Oh, I got it. I'm going to lay them down here sideways and stuff. And so, oops. I'm going to lay them like this on top of ones that are laying flat. Now I'm gonna start from here and go down that way, and I'm gonna overlap them. And what I mean by that is I'm gonna start down there. That way, say like this is a rock here, I'm gonna lay that one on top, and the next one will go on top of that one and go. That way, when I get it over there, I'm going to make this the downhill run is going to the front of the cabin. So the front of the cabin is where the water is going to drain off instead of going around here and washing out from underneath my chimney. Don't want that. So we're getting her done. I accidentally lost a spike over there. I went and picked it up. But yeah, my pile of rocks, I brought some over and used most of the little flat ones that I've been doing that with, because those are all flat and they're all small. So I go around, go around, go around, go around. Slowly it builds up. So I shot a video today and I'll post it. And there's a coyote barking up on the hill. I think he was calling his pack or whatever. I think he killed something, because I heard a bird in distress up there, and then all of a sudden it went quiet. So I think he got it. And so we are just in my plan. Okay, when I'm talking about scarf boards. Okay, this is the one I put in a while back, but if you notice, I've got all of them in over here, and I have all of them in over there. Now what I'll do is I'll take like a really straight log like this for the roof, and I'll put it across, but I'll lay it right on top of these scarf boards. That way it closes this little gap up between the roof and the wall, and all I got to do is do some chinking in here, and it's closed off. I gotta worry about bugs or wasps or anything getting in here in the summertime. So I did the same over here. I'll probably have to dress that one up, because that's just the way it laid out, and maybe dress this one up a little bit. But for the most part, I'm going to put a straight log on there and do the same. And then on the outside, over here on the side, I don't know if you can see this because of the sun, but where this comes off, about a foot down, about somewhere in here, I'm going to lay a log in. But the kicker is it's only going to go to right there, because I don't have anything to run down here. So it'll be a short board. I could probably use one of those 18 footers in half and span this, okay? The only thing I want to do is kind of stabilize. Well, I can run it long. It doesn't bother me, because it's just gonna it's gonna lay in, it's gonna fall in where the end of the logs are, right here, somewhere right around in here. Now I can put a little scarf board down to it from just a couple logs there and run it down. I'll probably have to trim this one up, but what I'll do is I'll run a little scarf board down there. It's the same as over here, because I'm going to have the long board right on top of these scarf boards, then come a foot down, so it'll come over to here. I can probably tack something between here and there, and what I'm going to do is this end log, I don't even have to have it really. I ain't going to do it. Hell with it. Not even going to do it. I'm just going to cut these about a foot, because what's going to happen is the logs are going to come from here a foot down, or the boards, the roofing boards, they're going to come about a foot down, and then they're just going to end. And I was worried about them going whoop, or kind of turning when they get wet, but they are not doing that anyways, because it's green wood, so that should dry. It might have a little bit of a turn up to it, but you only got a foot between where this little log's gonna live, across. So about a foot down will be right there. It's not that far. So we'll just do it that way. Now I've got all the logs I need on this side except for the one that goes here. And I gotta, as soon as I know where that chimney is gonna come up, I gotta put a little board over there so it'll hold my my boards on the outside and the inside. So this side's almost done. I need a little log and a long log right here. And then when I get ready, I'll take and go about a foot. I'll see how wide this is. The longest one, or the shortest one, which seems to be that one over there. And I think it's 16 inches off, so I'll cut, if that's 16 inches, I'll cut them all at 16 inches. That way I have a 16-inch overhang of the boards over my doorway. And I'll have about the same off the back. So, and a while back, I was trying to explain to y'all how I was going to keep the water from going to the, keep it from going on the chimney. So let's pretend this board right here is living right up there, and it goes down to the chimney, and I'm going to cut it off before it gets to the chimney. So it'll cut out around where the chimney's at. So start down, and it's going to be cut where the chimney's at. Now I don't want the water running down this board, right, and drowning my chimney and washing all the mud off that I just put on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little board like so, and it should go just over a single board, because the next board should be on the wall. I'm going to cut a little board like this, so when it rains, it'll divert that water down and drip off before it goes to the chimney. Now I'm not, if the end of the board is here, say it's right here, I'm not going to put it all the way right there. I'm going to move it up. That way, if it rains real hard and it goes down there and it diverts all that water off and it starts dribbling down, sometimes it's got quite a bit of speed, and then it'll, you know how it kind of like waterfalls, it goes, right? So what I want to do is not do that. So I could cut a little board on the, and put a couple little boards on the back side of this, and add an extension board on it just for right there. And then when I put that piece of board across, it'll mix it all together. But I think that'll look goofy as hell, and it's extra work, so I don't want to do that. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do there. But I got the chinking done for this little section right here, because when I made my fire, where the holes were, I've already thrown mud into there. When I was doing this, I took a little bit of mud in here and threw it in there and closed up those holes. But it still wants to smoke out. So I packed some more mud in there and then I did the chinking. So, and I've got this wire piece right here already nailed down. So when I start putting the rocks on there, right in there, when I start getting the rocks in there, I put them on top of this, and that way it stabilizes the top part of the chimney. So, and if I need to, I still have another piece. I could do it all over again up top. So, other than that, it's about midday now. I've been up here since before dawn. Oh, tell you a little story. I had 2 jugs of water up here. I have my blue one, which is 5 gallons, and I have a little purple one that used to be for washer detergent for your clothes. And I cleaned it all out, washed it all out. And I'm using that to haul water up. Instead of carrying this 5-gallon can up here, I fill up the 3-gallon can and bring it up, fill up the 5-gallon can. No problem. Filled it up this morning, stuck it on the back of my 4-wheeler in my little, I have a milk crate that I have bungee corded down on the back to haul some stuff. Well, I was hauling ass up here, bouncing all over the place. I get up here, my jug's gone. So, I will find it when I go down because it's probably in the middle of the road. So, I will pick that up, and if it broke, I've got another one. But if not, well, I could put it off the side of the road and pick it up tomorrow when I come up here. And if I've got the other one filled up, I have 2 up. And it's easier to carry 3 gallons of water in one hand and 3 gallons in the other hand than 3 gallons in one hand and a 5-gallon in the other hand. So, I don't know. I think I may have enough water up here for all the mud. But that water can is going to be that's going to be my drinking can for up here. So I'll have to make like a little table that is permanently attached to the wall. And I'll set that on there with the, it's got a spigot. Just put it down. And when I get done with it, I'll put the 5-gallon bucket underneath. Or I can put a different 5-gallon bucket underneath. And use that for washing dishes, washing your hands, doing whatever up here. And when it gets low, I just pull it off. Pull the spigot part off. Go down, get a couple of 3-gallon little cans. Fill it up, stick it back up there. Go back down and load those up. And bring them up the next time. That way I've got about 11 gallons of water up here. So, we're going to do that. What else? I still am continuing on with the chinking over here. I've still got, this is the extra chinking I had taken over the other side. This is what's left of that bag. So I'm going to continue chinking over here and over here. I want to get this wall done. So I can do what I need to do. See, now on these scarf boards here, I'm going to put them in here too. So there's going to be a scarf board in here for my door. And where it's at, I'll be able, when I nail the frame up, I can throw a couple screws into that scarf board. Now the scarf board is going to be about the same height as these, and the wood lives on there, so I can screw on here, I can screw on the scarf board, I can then go up the scarf board and then to here, and go all the way up. I'll have scarf boards in between here. Now this one here, like I said, it's going to be short on the outside. So I'm not even going to put one down there. But I will run one of those poles long. The reason being is there is going to be a chunk of wood that goes from here to that one and then to the next one. So this one here will hold that one up with the board. So, yay! That's what I got figured anyways. So, other than that, got about another 1.5 feet done on the mudding. I could stay up here and finish that today, but I'm not feeling so great. So I think I'm going to about pick up all my tools and go down, get some soup in me. Soup and maybe a bologna sandwich or something. I think I still got some spaghetti that I made the other night. That sounds good. Spaghetti and maybe a soup. Just, I don't really have a fever. It's just I'm congested up in my nose and in my chest. And body aches. Ugh, hate them. So anyways, I think I'm going to pack up and go to the house. But anyways, this is, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. I think it looks spectacular. And I think I got enough wood. I mean, my stack. There is probably, I would say a cord is 3 foot by 6 foot by 9 foot. So this is easily a half a cord of wood. Easily. And I've got to do, before the snow flies, I gotta have at least 2 cords done. That's why, and down the trail going to my 4-wheeler, the other side of the trail, all those logs down there that you've seen that I had to haul up, there's more over there. And what I'll do is, I've got them cut into sections to where I can manhandle them. Pick one up, drag it up here. And I'll just walk through here and throw it down through where this door's at. Just throw them down in there. That way I don't have to walk around all the time. So I'll just throw them through there, stack them all up, cut them all up, bust them all up. And by that time, my wood rick should be done. Yay. I'll be packing those logs up before that happens. Should be. Because the roof is going to take a little bit into hunting season. But I don't want to take up too much of my hunting season because I need deer meat. And I'd like to get a bear or 2 this year. But we'll see about that. Because before I hunt bear, I've got to get a bear damage tag. And I'm allowed 2 bear. And because I'm going to be hunting for somebody else on the bear because they can't do it. And they have their damage tag, I'll hunt off their damage tag and I can get 4. That's if I want to, because I don't know if I want to be pulling bear off these hills. If I shoot them, they better be down at the bottom of the hill because I don't want to be pulling them. And what I can do is just pull up with the 4-wheeler, drag them out a little ways if I need to, back my pickup on there, and I've got a winch. And I'll winch them onto the back, take them down. There's no way I could put a 500-pound bear and my 200-pound ass on a 4-wheeler. I know it can move, but I would be doing 2 miles an hour down out of here. It'd take me 3 hours to get down 2 miles. So, or it would feel like it, but anyway. I think I'm going to get packed up and get out of here. So, with that being said, it's always with that being said. Not all the time is it with that being said. It could be with the other thing I said. Or that other time when I said something too. So, but with that being said, leave you with a little thought for today, maybe. If you're feeling down, right? Well, no, we won't do that because I'm not going to do that because my brother, his wife just passed away, and I really feel for him. He's my stepbrother, but he's still my brother, and his wife was a really good woman, and I feel for him. He's having a rough time. Thank God he's got his kids and all the rest of my family in Colorado that he can talk to. He doesn't get to talk to me much because I'm way the hell and gone over here in West Virginia. Everybody else is in Colorado. So, yeah. I got told, I think it was Thursday or Friday, that she had passed away Tuesday or Wednesday. And here it is Sunday. And I've shot him a couple of messages and he's responded back, but he's got so many irons in the fire right now, and so maybe I'll dedicate the building of this cabin to him and his wife. Because I really don't dedicate a lot of stuff. I just build it for me. But I think it would be awesome to, have built this cabin and have to dedicate it to somebody. I might just get like a little brass plaque or something on there and say who I am and how many years old I am, 61, and when this was built in 2025, and I'll have a little dedication to him and his wife on the bottom of that plaque, and I think that would be really cool. Be classy, and put the little plaque either on the inside or the outside. I'd rather it on the inside. That way, if somebody comes up, they see a little brass plaque, they'll yank it off and go scrap it. Stupid druggies around here. But, yeah, I think I'll do that. That ought to be classy. And a lot of people around here would be like, who the hell is that? Well, they don't need to know who the hell that is, so. My brother knows. I know. My family knows. So, yeah. It's always hard losing somebody. Lost a lot of my family, I guarantee you I have. And I know there's people out there that probably lost more than I have. And let me tell you, every time you lose somebody, it ain't no fun. And there's a stage where you get really depressed and wonder why not me, and you just got to go on. I mean, you're gonna think about them all the time. You're gonna have to deal yourself with what happened, and soon it gets a little bit better. It gets a little bit better day by day, but you're never gonna stop missing them. And when you lose somebody like your wife or something, the pain is just way out of this world. When his dad died, which is my stepdad, it broke my heart, and I was in Louisiana, and I couldn't make it. I got told, do not come home for the funeral. And because my mom knew with my mental capabilities, I would have gone off. I would have destroyed a bunch of shit. And I was working in the shipyard at the time, and it was like, well, I'll take one day off and just keep working. So, I mean, I still miss my dad, my stepdad. My biological father, I don't miss him. But I miss my stepdad. But I can just, I can't imagine, because I've never lost a wife. Now, my brother, he lost his wife. My other brother, he lost one of his daughters. So, just not a good thing. I know the pain. It just, theirs is a little bit different. I don't know that kind of pain. One of these days I'll probably have to deal with that pain, but right now everybody's in Colorado, so I'm kind of detached from it, and it kind of sucks. I'd love to be there for them, but it's not in the cards, and about the best I could do is get there after the first of the month. I'd have to fly out there, but I'm debating on whether to do that, but I probably will not. It's just not in the cards. I'll drive or fly out and see my family probably this next summer, and I'll catch up with him and give him a hug, and then I'm sorry and I don't know what to do for you. If you need anything, I'm in West Virginia. Call me up and I'll come. It's about all I can do. So, yeah, a little thought for the day is always love the people that are around you, because one day, just like my brother, they're not going to be around. Now, she wasn't feeling good, so she went into the doctor thinking was talking that, like, she had the flu or something. She wasn't feeling right. And she had a heart attack in the hospital and passed away. So that was real sudden. So, yeah, always, always, always say I love you to the people you love. Don't ever say goodbye. Just say I love you, and I'll see you when I see you. Just think about it. I can imagine my brother's pain he's going through, but I don't know. I mean, I can imagine it, but it's probably 50 times worse than what I think. So anyways, my fire's dying down. Well, it's got some nice coals in it. And I think I've done enough work up here for today. I think I'm going to go take my happy little butt down, get something to eat, go rest in bed, and maybe have coffee tonight. I don't know. So anyways, it being Sunday, I'm trying to be funny now. It's hard to do that after you talk about death. But it's me. I'm wild. I'm crazy. I live in the state that's wild and wonderful. So it fits me just fine. Should fit you just fine too that I'm here. I'm in the crazy state. Wild and wonderful. And I'm wild and stupid. So anyways, I'll see ya.